Before the class begins, please ensure that you have completed the content from the previous session and imported the Cloth and Jesus package. In this class, we will demonstrate how to implement a simple clothing change for avatar by pressing a button. First, open FX layer in Assets, ParaSpace SDK, Toolbox, Artifacts, Animations, Controllers directory. We need to add a clothing change layer in the FX animator used in the previous lesson to ensure that the clothing change and the action layers configured in the previous two lessons do not interfere with each other. Create a new layer named Cloth. Create an idle state cloth in the Cloth layer and a state named Cloth 0. Connect the idle state to Cloth 0 and then connect Cloth 0 to exit. Next, we need to define a variable to control the clothing change. Select parameters and create an integer variable named Cloth 0. Select the arrow from Cloth to Cloth 0 and add the condition that Cloth 0 equals 1. Select the arrow from Cloth to exit and add the condition that Cloth 0 does not equal 1. When Cloth 0 equals 1, the clothing change will be triggered and it will return to the default attire when it is set to 0. Return to the scene. We need to create an animation to save for both the default skin and the costume skin. First, we need to configure the new appearance of the avatar. Drag the magician hat to root, greater than ribs, greater than neck, greater than head. Then make slight adjustments to the position. Select the robot. Press Ctrl 6 and ensure that the animator is in the FX layer. Create a new animation clip named Cloth 0 and save it to the animation directory at an appropriate position. Click the record button, select robot, select the materials under the skin and mesh render component on the right, and change the element to robot_color to _backup. You will notice that the robot's skin changes to a purple-green color scheme. Click on magician hat and uncheck it on the right. Exit recording mode. This is done to quickly add the assets required for this animation. Change the hat of this node to check to create a purple-green skin with a hat. Similarly, create a default skin animation frame. This completes the creation of the two animations. In the animation folder, find Cloth 0 and Cloth. Open the animator window and drag the motion of Cloth 0 and idle into it. Uncheck write defaults for both states. Uncheck exit time for the Cloth 0 state and set the transition time to 0. Next, we need to configure the weight of this new skin. We need to increase its weight to ensure that it is not overridden by animations from other layers. Add the ParaPlayable layer control component to Cloth 0. Select FX and drag it to 1 to set the weight of this layer to the highest when entering this animation state. At this point, we have completed the configuration of the animator. Do you remember that the expression system consists of the expression menu and the animator? Next, we need to configure a button in the expression menu to switch the Cloth 0 variable between 0 and 1 when the button is pressed. Open Assets, greater than ParaSpace SDK, greater than Toolbox, greater than Expressions, greater than Index. Add a button named Cloth 0. Change the button type to Toggle, because we need to switch to the skin when the button is pressed and switch back to the default skin when the button is pressed again. Toggle can achieve this effect. Add the corresponding integer variable, which should have the same name as the switching variable in the animator, and make sure the capitalization is correct. Set the value to 1. Upload to the mobile device. Click the dance button, then click Cloth 0, and you will see the robot successfully changing clothes. Click Cloth 0 again, and the robot will change back to the default skin without affecting its dance. Today's assignment, please submit a video of the costume change for your avatar on your mobile platform.